You need to hear this if you're a paranormal enthusiast. Ready to dive into the unknown? Join the Tristan channel as we journey through spine-tingling paranormal encounters, unexplained supernatural phenomena, and perhaps some eye-popping UFO sightings. Our world is full of mysteries, and together we'll explore the eerie, the bizarre, and the downright unexplainable. From haunted houses to cryptic creatures, we'll react to the most chilling and baffling compilations. So if you're ready to test your courage and expand your mind, hit that subscribe button and let's unravel the unknown together. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the Tristan channel.
Hello there, and welcome to the Tristan channel. I hope you're doing okay. So I thought I'd leave this on. I just done a video on Odin about his history, his life, and why he's important for why he's considered important in people's lives. Still, in the modern day. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but I've got darker hair, but it's like I can't really see it well. Basically, Saturday I got because it was delayed. And I was waiting for the post, and it's basically midnight jade, and so it looks black or dark. But in certain lighting, you can't see it really well on here. Right, it's a bit still on my skin there, but you can see it. It's funny as well because when you get it, it's like a mud colour, like a mustard colour. And then when you mix it in your hair, etc., and then when air hits it, starts reacting. It goes black and murky. It goes murky like a swamp brown, and then it gets darker and darker and darker and darker. Anyway, yeah, and also if you notice, so I've got some fuzzy bits, and basically because I learned, as you get older, you don't necessarily have to lose your hair. Sometimes it's down to maintenance. So I can't really call it. I got some one of those roll-on stuff things. I had one that I saw on Facebook. I tried, and there's some ones from AliExpress I saw similar stuff. That's got that people bought, so they've got really good results. But I also been eating these gummies with synelium and various vitamins that are good for your hair, and also pumpkin seed oil capsules, which are good for hair growth and also to maintain a healthy hair, and also are good for other conditions, prostate, bladder, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, and it's like people say it doesn't work, but I've got little baby hairs forming there where I thought I was going to lose it. I mean, I did have what William Shatner had, but mind you, I mean that looks like it's come back full as well. I had like a triangle because certain angles, if you looked at me at certain angles, it looked like I was like a Doc Brown, like bald with hair. It didn't bother me that I'm bald, but I figured, I just want to give it a chance. Plus, it's also good to maintain healthy hair as well. If you want your hair to grow longer and faster, because sometimes your hair gets to a certain length and it doesn't grow any more, does it? And you'll find even if it's just to restore hair or just grow hair in general, it's because you either lacking certain vitamins and all kinds of things. Because the other thing as well, a lot of the cons that you hear about is because about hair is because a lot of people, sorry, I've got itchy back. They want you to go to places like Turkey to get hair transplants and stuff like that because it's a big, big money thing. But a lot of it isn't just old age; it's to do with also I don't know why it does it, but it produces DHT, which basically like affects your roots at the stem, so to speak. So it stops new hair growing through. So with the roll-on stuff, you massage into your scalp and sort of like slaps it out of the way and lets your hair grow through and stuff. And same with shampoo, and but also in general as well, it helps to have healthy supplements to help you with your hair. And again, also it helps with hair growth. So a combination of those seems to be working. So I can't like it. It's Midnight Jade. Because I went from blonde. Because if you notice now my thumbnails, in my Norse ones, I've got like a dark foresty green hair. Well, that's what it looks like if it hits under the right lighting. It's pretty cool. I love it. It's called basically Schwartz. I think it's Schwartz. It's either L'Oreal. Oh, for fuck's sake, I got itchy leg. It's either L'Oreal or Schwarzkopf, or it's semi-permanent. It doesn't matter because when I grow it out, the thing is I've learned. I think the only time you need to worry about permanent is obviously if you get a colour and it doesn't work. Like, but that's only if you bleach your hair. So if you bleach your hair and you want to go green, but it turns to fucking bright blue, and you think, oh shit, I can't wash it out because it's permanent. That's a situation where you obviously don't want to do permanent because you want to see how it reacts in your hair and shit, don't you? But with my hair, because it's dark anyway, and it works, and midnight jade works great in dark because basically any light strands are green, and like the dark brown is like a dark green, well, it's basically midnight jade. So it gets lighter, obviously, if you had light hair. But as it grows out anyway, because it's dark, you don't really notice it. So with grey hair, it just comes back out through it. But yeah, I'm not bothered by loss of hair or grey hair or anything like that, but it just helps your hair in general. It's like if you can get some bits back, it's a bonus. If you can help, because some people, like I said, some people have trouble they grow their hair to a certain length and it stops, and you think, oh fuck, I can never get it right. Well, the thing is, it all comes down to hair, your health, you know what I mean, or how you treat hair, whatever, so it helps, and thinking about pumpkin seed oils, it helps all other health conditions. Well, helps you in other places as well. Sorry, but apart from me and trying out new things and dyeing my hair, this is a colour I'm probably going to stick to for a while because I bloody love it. I hope you're doing well. So in today's video, we're going back to reactions, and we're going to be reacting to Sir Spooks, because I don't think I've visited him for a while. Also, do check out my Norse themed videos. Well, more like a quadrilogy, where it's like the lessons learned from the story. So you got Odin, Loki, and Fenring, and then I slip in a surprise. That's what she said, about Ragnarok, and I did one. Oh, I did one about Sir Anthony Hopkins. Well, I thought he was good as Odin. I did one about Merlin, TV series classic, and I know it's not Norse, but I thought I'd throw that one in there. But I just also, before I uploaded this video, I've uploaded one about Odin, just about his history, his life, but it's just a brief history sort of thing. But what it teaches us from a lesson, the stories, and why he's important, or maybe considered important in people's lives today, sort of thing. So go check those out. So yeah, so Sir Spooks. So Sir Spooks is this video we're watching of Sir Spooks. It's 13 scary videos that get under your skin. Ooh, let me drop my thing. So yeah, grab yourself a brew. And let's see what Sir Spooks has in store for us today. Let's do this. Also, just another tip to throw in that I've learned looking into certain stuff is also obviously you'll get better results with like the products that you can use and the tablets, whatever, vitamins, what we call it, if you get it early, so to speak. I sort of left mine a bit late, but still I managed to get some MAC because I've put stuff on there that stamps to DHC. But ideally, if you've still got hairs going there and you want to keep it, like I said, I'm not bothered regardless, it's just a bonus. But you do want to keep it, it's best to hit it then and there because it's early and you can get them back, you know what I mean? If it gets to a certain point, then yeah, it's no go. But yeah, but I thought, because like I said, because that bit there I had like a William Shatner point. I said it because for years I used to do a side parting, and that can actually cause you to have like a thing. That's why also William Shatner got a bald triangle area there. And it's like certain angles I look like Doc Brown. Like one angle will be good, I don't look so bald because I've got a big forehead anyway. So it's in my genes, but it looks worse one side, if that makes sense, because where I combed it, used to comb it, but that's coming back thick now. So that's good. So yeah, so like I said, if you are someone who generally wants to keep the hair or want to get fuller hair, just hit it when you got little baby strands. Don't leave it, because otherwise DHT, that pesky DHT will come along and fuck it up for you. And then when it's too late, you think, oh fuck, you know what I mean, like. I know for those of you who have already subscribed, I don't normally wear these in my reaction videos, but I don't know, I kind of kind of grown quite fond of it. You know what I mean? Because also wearing it for my nursing. Because I kind of like to sort of semi-dress up, and sometimes I've got my cloak on. But I mean, I kind of like it. I just kind of like it. It's like a. Anyway.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks,
Sorry, I'm
and
very
today we'll
excitable.
take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. This first video we'll be taking a look at today comes to us from a TikTok account known as the Still Room Society, and shows how even the most unexpected places can feel unsettling. The footage in question was filmed at the Willard Library in Evansville, Indiana on January 17, 2026. The library was built back in 1885, making it one of the oldest public libraries in the state. There have long been stories of hauntings tied to the building, with the most well-known being a ghostly figure often referred to as the Grey Lady.
Ew.
Over the years, both visitors and staff have reported seeing this apparition moving through the halls, along with other strange occurrences like sudden cold spots, flickering lights, and books falling from shelves without explanation. At the start of the video, the woman recording asks whatever might be in the room with her to show itself. Just a couple of seconds later, something unusual can be heard.
I can hear you back there. Why don't you show yourself to me? I know this is your home. And I mean, no disrespect. I'm just curious about you. Like why you're here and who you are.
Oh, you hear something move round.
My name's Missy. I'd love to know more about you.
Right around here, a series of strange noises seem to echo from somewhere nearby in the library. The sounds are faint, but distinct enough to stand out against the otherwise quiet room, creating a moment that feels hard to ignore. At first listen, it almost feels as if something is responding to her request, especially given how quickly the noise follows. The timing gives the impression of an interaction, even though nothing is ever seen on camera. Of course, there's also the possibility that the sound came from something more ordinary. Perhaps movement elsewhere in the building, shifting materials, or even another person out of view. In a place as old as this, unexpected noises wouldn't be entirely unusual. What makes the clip linger is how...
But wouldn't if there's someone there, wouldn't they come out and say it's okay, it's me? You wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't leave them. Let's call it playing a joke, I don't know.
little context we're given. With no clear source for the sound, the moment is left hanging. Just enough to raise questions, but not enough to answer them.
Number 12.
This video was posted by CC Wrights 5244 to her TikTok account in January of 2026 and shows her filming inside her home while seemingly asking a spirit to close a set of double doors directly in front of her, as a couple of her friends talk in the background. What stands out right away is how calm she sounds, especially considering how young she appears. There's no panic in her voice, just a steady request as she focuses on the doors. After a few seconds pass, this is what happens.
Can you please shut the doors?
Can I show it so you can see that it sees? Oh,
Oh, yeah?
they're shutting.
Oh, there it goes.
Show it so nobody can everybody can see that.
Oh, wow, nice job. That's really good.
Actually, I don't think it's slamming.
Guys, like he like basically.
Wait, show it
shut
like this one. You can see that nobody's like pushing the door or something.
It's. I feel like. Okay, can you try opening the doors? If it's too hard, we can
Okay, can you
we
try
can help you.
Yeah.
Can you give you a second? Just try opening them. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little push. Okay. That might have been a little harder there.
They're open.
No, also, I can yeah. Can you push it open? It's not really that way. I do. Push it. Oh, awesome job. I think that's will be easier. Open it.
Did you try opening it? Most I do the other directions because I'm also the one that saw that. Did you happen?
Can you please try pushing the doors open instead of shutting them?
Oh.
Wow, nice job. That's really impressive.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind. That's just.
Okay.
Wait. It's shutting them. Good job. Try keeping one open.
Oh.
Nice job. Okay, guys, let's go
That was just some force that time. I actually managed to make it going.
downstairs. Okay, we're gonna head downstairs, okay?
As you just saw, the doors slowly begin to close on their own, with no one visibly touching them. The movement is steady and deliberate, making the moment feel more controlled than accidental. She then continues asking the same presence to open the doors again. It takes a bit of persistence, but eventually the doors begin to move once more, this time swinging back open in a way that mirrors what happened before. The way this unfolds gives the impression of a direct response, almost like something is listening and reacting in real time. The back and forth nature of the interaction is what makes the clip feel especially unusual. That said, this could also come down to something more practical, like airflow, pressure differences between rooms, or even someone just out of frame influencing the doors. Without seeing the full environment, it's difficult to rule those out completely. The unsettling part is how responsive the movement appears.
Yeah, because if it's airflow wouldn't respond to your requests, you know what I mean? It would be doing it all the time or something like that, if that makes sense.
Whether it's something unexplained or not, the timing alone is enough to make the moment feel difficult to brush off. On February 19th, 2012, a German YouTuber known as PlingPlong23 posted video that shows a group of friends sitting around a coffee table in a house late one night. They appear to be playing their own makeshift version of a Ouija board, and as you might expect, things don't stay calm for long. For the first little while, everything seems completely normal. The group takes turns playing, smiling and laughing as if it's all just harmless fun, with no sign that anything unusual is about to happen. Then, out of nowhere, this happens.
Du hast die Chance! Nur weil sie jetzt noch weiter gedreht hat, gesehen! Was ist jetzt? Mama aus, Mama aus!
The wine glass suddenly begins to move on its own, sliding across the table before lifting up entirely and violently smashing into pieces. The moment happens fast, but it's enough to send everyone jumping back in shock, their reactions breaking the calm as the video abruptly ends. At first glance, it almost feels like something unseen is interacting directly with the glass, especially given how suddenly the mood shifts. The way it lifts off the surface is what really stands out, making it hard to immediately explain. At the same time, there are a few grounded possibilities to consider. It's possible something off-camera could have influenced the glass, or that some kind of setup was used to create the effect. Without a clear view of everything happening around the table, it's
But it's a bit of a risky prank though, because that's glass flying everywhere, isn't it? And it's also a bugger to clean up. Because if you miss one bit and you go back to sit back down, it's like, oh god, that was weird, isn't it? Tidy up and you sit down and put your hand down a bit of glass, it's like...
difficult to fully rule that out. The clip ends before we get anything close to an explanation, leaving the moment frozen at its most intense point. Over on the Alien subreddit, a user known as Ninth Arrow posted a video that captures something unusual in the sky late one cloudy night.
Ooh, UFOs.
The footage shows the uploader pointing his camera upward, while a group of kids can be heard in the background, yelling and reacting to whatever it is they're seeing above them.
Looks like a big ship or something.
A large bright light appears in the sky, partially obscured by the clouds. As the camera zooms in and out and pans around, the light remains fixed in the same position, giving a better sense of just how big it seems to be. The way it holds completely still makes the moment feel even stranger. It's easy to see why something like this would stand out, especially with how prominent it looks against the night sky. At first glance, this almost feels like something structured, rather than a single point of light, with the glow spreading in a way that gives it a more defined shape. At the same time, it's difficult to offer any simple explanation for what's being shown here. This doesn't automatically mean the object is alien or otherworldly, but based on the footage alone, it doesn't seem to behave like an obvious plane, drone, spotlight, or reflection. The fact that it remains fixed
Looks
in place
massive, that's what she
while
said.
appearing so large only makes it harder to pin down. What makes the clip linger is how massive the light appears despite how little it actually does. It stays there unmoving, leaving the moment open to interpretation.
Looks like a big mothership or something above, doesn't it? Like,
A TikTok user known as Rody Farias posted a video to his account in March of 2026 that shows him recording inside his bedroom after apparently hearing strange noises coming from somewhere within his house.
结果说 voy a filmar esto porque después me dicen que es mentira. Ustedes escuchan ese ruido, ¿no? Porque... Pará, no puede ser.
Right at the beginning of the footage, a series of knocking sounds can be heard from somewhere nearby. They're close enough to feel immediate, setting the tone as Rody begins cautiously moving through his home to figure out where they're coming from. From here, we follow along as he continues to investigate, and it doesn't take long before things begin to escalate.
¡Ey! ¿Qué carajo, boludo? Quiero que vean. Hay frío casi.
Just past the 1-minute mark, a dark figure briefly appears, peeking out from behind a wall outside. The moment is quick, but clear enough to catch attention. Despite this, Rody calls out and decides to follow, which leads him toward a nearby swing set. That's when things take another turn, as the swing can be seen moving on its own, swaying back and forth with no one around it. And it's right here that Rody finds himself in for one last scare. In the final moments, something is suddenly thrown onto the ground, seemingly out of nowhere, bringing the encounter to an abrupt end. The way this all unfolds gives the impression that whatever is happening isn't isolated to just one moment. From the knocking to the figure, to the movement outside, it feels like a sequence rather than a single coincidence. There is the chance that each moment has its own explanation. The figure could have been another person on the property, the swing might be reacting to wind, and the final movement is too brief to clearly identify what actually caused it. The unsettling part is how quickly each moment builds on the last. Just as one strange detail appears, something else follows, leaving very little time to process what's actually going on. A Reddit user known as Vladimir L. Sachenko posted a chilling video to the Bigfoot subreddit, along with a detailed backstory explaining the footage. According to the post, the video was filmed in 1999 by a group of rafters on the Kitoy River in Russia's Irkutsk region, near the Mongolian border. While traveling through the area, they reportedly captured a large, human-like figure covered in dark fur, standing on a cliff and watching them before quickly disappearing back into the forest. The clip has since been featured in multiple documentaries, though it notably has no sound. So without further ado, let's have a look.
What are we looking at? One potato quality, two big black thing on it. We were misses. Well, that could be a bear, couldn't it? Ooh. Oh no, here we go.
In the footage, a tall, lanky figure can be seen standing along a rocky cliffside, partially obscured by the terrain. Its proportions appear unusual, with long arms and a posture that doesn't quite match what you'd expect from a person at that distance. The strange part is how it seems to linger there, almost watching, before suddenly disappearing back into the surrounding landscape. The movement is brief, but enough to leave an impression. It's easy to see why some would connect this to a Bigfoot-like creature, especially given the remote location and the description provided. The shape and behavior don't immediately resemble anything familiar. If this wasn't something unknown, then the only realistic alternative may be that it was staged, with...
It doesn't look like anything that's known. Well, it looks humanoid, so I'm pretty sure that can fit either Bigfoot or a person in dark clothes, or a ghillie suit. A hunter in a ghillie suit, we don't know. You can say. But sometimes you see this big fur of black fur in the thing and in the woods, and it stands up, but you can't see. And all you see is big, basically just big mountain of fur. It's like sometimes you look at that and you go, "That's a bear standing up," because that's what sometimes they do. But that's a person shape. But it's not a shape we recognise. It's like, well, it's humanoid, which is either a person or a Bigfoot, isn't it?
Someone in a costume positioned on the cliff to create the illusion. The way it appears and vanishes so quickly is what makes the moment hard to pin down.
So that could be, it doesn't have to be a ghillie suit, it could be a guy in a dark jacket, because it's potato, we can't tell.
Over on the interdimensional NHI subreddit, a user by the name of FMBK3 posted a fascinating video that was reportedly filmed in the Amargosa Valley in Nevada. The roughly 50-second clip appears to show a glowing object descending toward the ground.
1, UFO. 2, Amargosa. They named a star after that, didn't they, in Star Trek, the Amargosa star. Was it Generations? It was one of the stars that got destroyed by Dr. Soren.
Before hovering briefly. Moments later, it lifts back up, shifts slightly to the right, and then suddenly shoots off at an incredible speed, vanishing from view almost instantly. The way this unfolds gives the impression of something controlled, especially with how smoothly it transitions from landing to takeoff. The sudden burst of speed at the end is what really stands out. making the movement feel far beyond anything you'd expect from a conventional aircraft. There are those who'd interpret this as something genuinely unknown, possibly a craft operating in a way we don't fully understand. The motion, especially that sharp acceleration, doesn't immediately line up with typical flight behavior. Of course, there is the possibility that what we're
because if you're a pilot, let's call it a drone, if you're a pilot, you'll be turned to strawberry jam.
seeing as
Let's call it man-made, but again, and the thing is, I haven't said this in a long while. I was talking about this the other day, Saturday night, with a mate of mine about UFOs. He's into UFOs, and it's like, the thing is, either road you go down proves that UFOs are real. Like, say for example, most sightings are man-made, but there's a small percentage where we can't really put a finger on it, we can't explain it. But either way, it's like, the thing is, for me, we proved that UFOs and aliens are possible as soon as we landed on the moon, because we proved it was physically able. Or you just go into space. We proved that it's possible to leave a planet, and being how young we are, let's put our ego to the side for one moment. The universe is billions of years old, and you tell me that no one's done it in that time? You know what I mean? So the fact that we've done it proves that it can be done. As soon as someone invents a boat, it proves that you can go across water. Building it in that way. So it's like, even if they turn around and said, yeah, we got these advanced ships, we're testing them, we can use space exploration, blah 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 blah, makes no difference, because you prove that it's possible. So if it's possible, that means someone else out there done it. So either road you go down, it's not disappointing news if they turn around either way and said, oh, it's now they're man-made. It makes no difference. But as soon as you land on the moon, that proves that you can leave the planet. So for me, it proves that it's possible. So when it comes to UFOs, and they say, oh, actually it's experimental craft, and obviously, as far as we know, they obviously haven't got out to deep space with it, but either way, if we built it proves that it can be done, and ergo, that means someone else has done it. So whichever path you go down, it will lead to, yes, UFOs are real. It's just that one path leads to, we haven't bumped into them yet, but it's possible, and the other one where it's not, we didn't build it, but so either way, it didn't disprove it either way. Your other skeptics will go, ha ha ha, told you it's all man-made. That's just pure ignorance. It's the most stupid thing you can ever say, because you're overlooking the bigger picture. If you look at it like an equation, this leads to that, this leads to that. This proves that's possible, this proves that this is possible, that proves that. Ergo, yeah, if you follow it as an equation, it's like, oh fuck, actually that proves it's possible. How can you doubt saying it's possible when we've done it? You know what I mean?
edited or enhanced in some way. Footage like this can be recreated with visual effects, and without additional context or angles, it's difficult to know exactly how it was captured. Adding to the mystery, one commenter claims to have witnessed something similar in person, describing jets chasing a fast-moving light that made a sharp turn before shooting upward into the sky. According to them, this happened years earlier, while they were sitting in a car with a sibling. So what do you make of this one? Could this be something genuinely unexplained, or is there a simpler explanation behind it?
Oh, pardon me.
We all know sewer systems aren't exactly places most people would ever want to explore. They're unpleasant for obvious reasons, but they also tend to feel like the kind of place where anything could be hiding out of sight. This video was posted to the True Cryptozoology subreddit by a user known as Whole Negotiation 1843 and shows footage captured by a maintenance robot moving through a sewer system. At first, everything seems completely normal as the camera moves through the narrow, dimly lit space. But toward the end of the clip, something unexpected comes into view. Right around here, a strange creature suddenly darts across the frame, before disappearing just as quickly as it appeared. The movement is fast, but noticeable enough to stand out against the otherwise empty tunnel. If you slow the footage down, the shape becomes a bit clearer. The creature appears to have a long body, along with what looks like an unusually long tail trailing behind it. At first glance, this almost feels like something unfamiliar, especially given how distorted its proportions seem in such a confined space. The briefness of the sighting only adds to that uncertainty. Skeptics may argue that this could simply be a rat, possibly affected by the camera angle, lighting,
A rat?
or motion blur, which can sometimes make ordinary animals look far more unusual than they actually are, especially in environments like this. So what do you make of it? Could this be nothing more than a misidentified animal?
Thing is, yeah, that is possible. But the thing is, if that's moving fast, right? And it's so they reckon it looks stretched because it's moving fast, right? And you know, something's happening fast. But if you look at the vehicle itself, it's moving across slow. So whatever that is, it's gone. You know what I mean? So it's not like the footage is the camera's made it look stretched. It's, you know what I mean?
Or is it something that doesn't quite fit into anything we recognize? If you've been keeping up with current events, then there's a good chance you've heard about NASA's Artemis II mission, which captured a lot of attention around the world. However, there may have been something else hidden in one of the live feeds that not everyone noticed at the time. A Reddit user known as elik38 posted a clip claiming it was recorded on April 3rd at around 9:15 a.m. GMT during the broadcast. Take a look at what was captured. Right around here, a strange trail of light can be seen moving across the screen before the...
Oh, I remember when Casper Site did it in his UFO videos, because he breaks down footage and stuff. And yeah, he did one where it's like, because he was talking about the Artemis launch and things. I'm not sure if it ended up on the news, the American news or something, but either way, yeah, he saw this, and it's like, it's interesting that
clip ends. It appears briefly, but clearly enough to stand out against the darker background of space. As the moment continues, the object doesn't just move, it seems to pick up speed, accelerating noticeably right before it disappears. That sudden increase in pace is what makes the clip feel a bit more unusual. The way it streaks across the frame, especially with that change in speed, gives it a somewhat deliberate feel rather than something simply drifting. It's easy to imagine this being something out of the ordinary, particularly given the setting and how unexpected it is to see during a live broadcast like this. In a scenario like this, though, there are still a few grounded possibilities worth keeping in mind. A trail like this could be related to the spacecraft itself, something like vented fuel, drifting debris, or light-catching particles near the camera could create a similar effect. Especially with changing perspective or motion. So what do you...
Because I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it isn't. Hey, my catchphrase is back. But, what do you call it? Yeah, because things in space, even no matter how small or big they are, you know, because there's nothing stopping them, they'll eventually pick up speed and then get faster and faster before disappearing.
Make of this one? Did this clip capture something unexpected during the Artemis II mission, or is there a simpler explanation behind it? Over on the YouTube channel Caught on Tape, a video was uploaded that begins with an eerie message, stating that the footage we're about to see was filmed on an abandoned property back in 2008. This is actually a clip I featured on my channel many years ago, and I thought it was worth taking another look. The clip starts with a man slowly approaching a shed-like structure in the dark, using only a flashlight to guide his way. He carefully opens the door and pushes it inward, only to be met with something completely unexpected.
Did you hear that?
Oh.
Come on.
Out of nowhere, a pale, lanky figure suddenly rushes toward him, letting out a high-pitched screech as it closes the distance. The moment is chaotic and brief, with the uploader quickly turning and running, managing to escape without any visible harm. The way the creature moves is what stands out most. Its speed and posture feel unnatural, giving the impression of something not entirely human. Moments like this are often linked to the Rake, a creepypasta-turned urban legend describing a thin, human-like entity known for its erratic movement and unsettling appearance. The resemblance is close enough that it's easy to see why many have made that connection. If this wasn't something unknown, then one explanation could be that it was staged, with someone in a costume rushing the camera to create a sudden scare. The setting and limited visibility would make it easier to pull something like that off. Nearly 2 decades later, the footage still doesn't come with any clear answers. So what do you make of it? Does this look like a genuine encounter, or something created to feel that way?
Or is it some weird naked bastard?
Reddit user Whole Negotiation 1843 posted another video to the True Cryptozoology subreddit that shows a birdwatcher in West Virginia accidentally capturing something unsettling while walking through the woods in broad daylight. We watch as the uploader carefully records through the grass and bushes, scanning the area as if he's tracking something. For a moment, everything seems calm, but that changes very quickly. A strange, furry-looking figure suddenly becomes visible, partially hidden in the brush. After a brief moment, it slowly turns its head toward the cameraman, revealing just enough detail to make its appearance feel deeply unnatural. The reaction is immediate. The cameraman turns and runs, cutting the footage short and leaving the encounter unresolved. The strange part is how unfamiliar the face looks, almost resembling something expressive in a way that doesn't quite match a typical animal. It's the kind of detail that sticks out, even in such a short clip. There are those who would interpret this as something much more unusual, with someone even suggesting it could be a Bigfoot-like creature, given the setting and the overall shape of what's seen. At the same time, others have pointed out that it may simply be an owl, possibly distorted by the angle, foliage, and the brief glimpse we're given. There is also the chance that the clip could have been staged. So what do you make of this one?
Owl?
Could this be a misidentified animal caught at the perfect moment, or something that doesn't quite fit into anything familiar?
What do you think?
Another post from the True Cryptozoology subreddit shows footage of a strange, humanoid figure spotted inside an abandoned building, filmed by a man from his apartment across the way. The video itself is fairly blurry, possibly due to distance or the age of the footage, and begins with the cameraman zooming in on the empty structure. At first, nothing seems out of place, but once you notice it, it becomes difficult to ignore.
Oh.
Right here, a pale humanoid figure can be seen standing up before slowly moving through the building. Its movements are subtle, but clear enough to suggest something is definitely there. The way it appears and begins to move gives the impression that it's aware of its surroundings, almost as if it's pacing or searching for something within the space. It's easy to see why some would view this as something more than just a person. especially given the unnatural look of the figure and the eerie setting it's found in. Some commenters believe the figure could have been created using CGI, especially considering the quality of the footage and how the figure appears against the background. There is also the chance that it's simply a person inside the building, with distance and resolution making the features look far more unusual than they actually are. So what do you make of this one? Are we looking at something unexplained, or could there be a more grounded explanation behind what was captured?
Freaky.
This next clip is one I actually featured on my channel many years ago, and I thought it would be worth taking another look, especially for those of you who may not have seen it before. On March 31st, 2015, a YouTuber known as Sgt. Peppers posted a video that shows someone wandering through the catacombs of an abandoned asylum somewhere in Canada. The footage follows a man as he moves through the dark, narrow corridors, calling out for his friend Matt, who appears to have gone too far ahead. There's a clear sense of urgency in his voice as he searches, but so far, there's no sign of him. At one point, he rounds a corner and suddenly finds himself face to face with something unexpected.
Matt? Oh. I told you he's sick, he needed to take a breather. Matt! Following us? I swear he looked behind me 5 seconds ago when he was there. We need to stop playing around, man. Matt! That's why he's freaking us out. Just go, take the right hand turn.
Standing directly in front of the cameraman appears to be a pale, human-like figure, motionless and almost blending into the darkness. The moment is brief, but not enough to trigger an immediate reaction, as he yells and turns to run. The way the figure is positioned makes it feel almost staged within the space, as if it was waiting there to be found. It's the stillness that stands out most, especially in contrast to the panic that follows. It's understandable that some might see this as paranormal, especially considering the setting and the sudden appearance of the figure. At the same time, this could have been someone else in the catacombs, possibly set up to create a scare, or even a coordinated hoax between multiple people. Thankfully, the cameraman makes it out without any harm, but it leaves one question.
I know in, what's that place, the Skulls again? I know in that place there are some dodgy people down there who stayed down there.
What happened to Matt? Did he make it out as well, or did something else happen down there? And that was 13 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
See you later, Sir Spooks. Well then, that's Sir Spooks. They were good, weren't they? Blimey. Let me know what your thoughts are on some of those, yeah? UFO one, mothership one, looking one, that was interesting. What about the Bigfoot ones? Let me know what you think of those are. And let me know which ones you think are fake and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, as always, thanks for taking the time to watch these with me. And if you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe, because it doesn't cost you a thing, and it would be great to have you with us. And also, don't forget to check out those other videos that I've mentioned before. And with that, I shall see you in the next video. Take care and be well.